Good morning, family. Welcome to the Afro Latina Show. I am your host, Aliciana Bel Santos, La Diosa Dominicana, La Santera. Welcome to episode 124, The Craft, the Self. So, this has been a whirlwind week for me, more like a roller coaster ride. I have been everywhere. My body clock is completely off. And so it's nice to know that I'm going home today. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Charlotte. Um, and I couldn't get dressed fast enough to get to this airport to go home. So good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope that your Valentine's Day was beautiful. And if it wasn't, I hope that you did something for you. If you didn't have a lover to be with, I hope that you spent a romantic evening by yourself doing something that you enjoy. The craft, the self. So this morning um, I'm thinking about a lot. I'm thinking about Virginia Woolf. I'm thinking about Sylvia Plath. I'm thinking about Isabel Allende and Arundhati Roy and Junot Diaz. I'm thinking about writers who have left us and writers who are here, and how we honor our craft, and how do we take care of ourselves, how do we stay true to ourselves. The truth is that the life of a writer is very lonely, and a lot of artists suffer through some level of depression or mental illness. Um, this episode isn't to get really deep and philosophical into the minds of the greatest thinkers and what brought them over the edge. But what I will say is that no matter what era, century, time we're living in, artists are the preservers of those stories. Painters and dancers and singers and writers. We're the ones who are creating these pieces of art that help to kind of navigate what's happening in the world that we're living in. And so when I think about um, my craft and the moments where I haven't stayed true to my process and my practice and my rituals and finished a story or an essay or an idea, the truth is that life is happening, and like right now in 2018, we're living in really scary times, volatile times. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of insecurity, there's a lot of hate. Um, I will say that my drive through Carolinas into Virginia to West Virginia was very interesting for me, because every single time I passed a state trooper, and there were many, on one day I passed 12 cops, and it was unsettling. It didn't feel like these cops were out here to protect me. And so there's that, right? We're living in a society where we're not sure who the good guys are, who the bad guys are. Well, we know who the bad guys are. He's pretty much running this country right now. But how do we honor our craft? How do we create despite all of the chaos and crazy and all of the feelings that rise for us, right? How do we honor ourselves? How do we take care of ourselves and still create incredible art? that's what I'm thinking about today. I'm thinking about finally being able to return to my house, to my desk, to my mic, to my books on craft, and all of my things, because it's hard when I'm traveling. I want to bring everything with me because I always have this intention to create, right? I love being in hotels, and I'm like, when I go to a hotel, I write, but I didn't spend any time on my fiction this week or when I went to Arizona to see my brother, because honestly, I wanted to be present. I wanted to be present. So how do we steal that time? How do we honor ourselves? How do we honor our craft and still sort of be present for the people in our lives? And it's hard. It's hard to balance. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's making choices all the time. Like I know for me, this Sunday, I will not leave my house at all. Like I have things. Tomorrow I will rest. Saturday I have a full day. Sunday is just in the house, getting back to my practice, getting back to my story. And so the craft. We're in the Olympics right now, right? And I love watching the sports. I love watching the games. I love it. I love seeing the competitiveness, the excitement, all of their hard work, culminating to this moment where they're going for the gold, the silver, or the bronze. And it's fantastic to watch because these are people who have been training most for their entire lives for this moment. And then they get here and they do it, and it's a sense of completion. And that's what I want my craft to feel like. That I'm growing, that I'm training, right? I'm training as a writer right now. I'm training, I'm writing, I'm creating, I'm building. And then I want to get to that place where I am standing at that podium and I have received the gold, completion, you know? And that's the only way to do that is to create the space, right? So I talk a lot about being selfish and taking time for you. I've given to my brother, I've given to the students that I speak in front of, the students that I teach, but I'm still a work in progress too. I've got to do better at waking up at 5 again, because that's been hard because my times are all off. Um, and producing, executing, creating. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about today. I'm thinking about my work. Honestly, that's it, my story, and how important it is for me to finish it. That's it. I want to complete it. I want to complete my first novel. And so I have to continue to work on my craft and continue to nurture myself. So with that, let's meditate. Sit comfortably. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing. What adjustments do you need to make in your life? Is it getting organized? Is it decluttering? Is it purging? Is it creating a space for you to work? Is it clearing a path? What is it that you really want to do? What step will you take today to have it, to get there? It can be the simplest task. It can be a to-do list. It could be buying a journal, a new pen, a paintbrush. It could be spending 99 cents on iTunes to be inspired by a song. It could be starting exercising, a 5-minute exercise. I do a yoga pose a day, every day. A stretch, a forward bend, a back bend, a sun salutation, a prayer pose, a cross leg seated pose. We're building, right? We're in training. When you're ready, come out of meditation. All right, family, there's no time like the present. Go and be brilliant. Have an amazing day. And next time I see you, I will be in New York. Peace.